and shorten. A breathing bears, grow up, become worlds, at last die. This is the rules of natural phenomenon which everything should follow. In this poem, there is a interaction, a talkings between the winds and the leaves like the human beings. The poem talks about how the leaves fall from the trees when the winds blows in autumn and gets covered in snow in winter. In the poem, the winds talk to the leaves. The winds ask the leaves to come over the meadow to play and have fun. The winds also the leaves that summer has gone and autumn has started and winter is about to start. The leaves hear the winds call and begin to come down to the brown field. The leaves enjoy flying, dancing and singing over the ground with the winds. The time passes and winter starts. The leaves lie quietly on their earthly beds, covered in snow like a bed spread on a bed. This lyrical poem has been formed as a songs by different music composer. It is popular among the children with its musical quality. The tone of the poem is happy. Literally, it is about a natural interplay, a natural interaction between the autumn leaves and the winds. In other words, the poem presents a very common natural happening in different seasons of the year. Students, this is the information about the poem. Shortly, I have kept here. Now, students, you must be ready to do the radio class work. Today I am going to give a class work, radio class work, so that students, I tell questions, you must copy. And are you ready, students? If you are ready, I am going to tell the questions. Question is related to the word meaning, so that be ready, students, to write the questions. The question is, find the words, start to write, find the words that are similar in meaning to the following words. It means you should write the synonym of the following words. You should be taken the answers from the poem also. So that here are some words I have collected. Number A, you write bridge, B-R-E-E-Z-E, bridge. Number B, grasslands, G-R-A-S-S-L-A-N-D-S. Number C, where, W-E-A-R, where. Number D, C-H-I-L-L-Y, chilly, C-H-I-L-L-Y. Number E, shortly, S-H-O-R-T-L-Y, shortly. Number F, satisfied, S-A-T-I-S-F-I-E-D, satisfied. And number G, bed spread, B-E-D-S-P-R-E-A-D, bed spread. Okay, students. My dear students, it is a question you must do now. I again keep the poem. Do this task by listening the poem. Then I will check it and your homework that you had done. I request to technician sir, track 2. Okay, my dear students, it is a question you must do now. And I think you have written the answer also. Did you write? You must do now. And do this task by listening the poem. Then I will check it later. First of all, you have listened these poems. The poem, The Winds and the Leaves, is a lyrical poem you have known. It is about the natural interaction between the leaves and winds. In the poem, the poet strongly advocates the strict natural rules to which everything is confined. The poem has AABB rhyming scheme, so that it is the interaction about the natural interaction between the leaves and winds. It is the main theme of this poem. You have known, and I think you have done these homeworks also. You have completed. I believe you have completed this task also. Now let's start your homework. I'm going to check your homework you have done at your home. You had done at your home that I have given to you to do at your home. And our first question is, the questions are based on the textbook. The first question is, read the poem and match the words under column A with their meaning under column B. That is our first task, homeworks. Have you written? Okay, if you have written, now check your answer. I'm going to tell the answer. There are the 4 words: meadow, fluttering, content, coverlet. What is the similar meaning or meaning of the meadow? It means grassland. Alright. Now second one is fluttering. Moving lightly and quickly. It is the answer of fluttering. Content. What may be the answer? Satisfied. Now we are going to check your answer. You are right or wrong. If you write, you give the tick. Right tick. Okay, now check your answer. Number A, breeze. What may be your answer? Breeze. Huri, hawa. That means wind. In the topics, at the topic of the poem, there is the answer. Or in the first line of the poem, there is the answer. And to choose or to select the answer, to find the answer of this synonymy or antonymy. Synonymy means similar words, similar having meaning words, and antonymy means opposite word. They give the opposite meaning. To search such type of words, you should consider on your minds. If the given word is noun, you should be find, or you should write, or you find the words from the passage or poem, any matter in the text matter, you should find out the noun words. If there is a verb, you should select the verb words also. If that is the verb is given in simple past or in V2 form or verb 3 form, in which form that is given, you should be select or find the words from in the same forms of the verb. You should write. If you find in that way, it makes you easy to find the words also. So that we should be select or find the word from the text, given text, in which parts of his speech. You should be take the words from the passage in the same parts of his speech. In which form of the verb you should select, you should write the answer from the same form of verb. That is the correct answer. And if you take such type of techniques, it makes you easier to find out the word from the text. Okay, check your answer. Breeze means wind. Similar meaning. Grasslands, grassland. Meadows, where. Correct answer is put on. Chilly, chilly, that means cold. Shortly, shortly, means soon. Shortly means soon. It is the similar words. In some extents it is similar, but in the similar meaning also we should be find. If you cannot find the 100% similar meaning, you should go the 75%, and after that if you cannot find that words also, you should go in the 50%. In this way you should find out the word. And likewise another F is satisfied. Satisfied means content. Number G, bed spirit. If the correct answer is, similar meaning is coverlet. Okay students, I know you have understood about this poem. You have practiced a lot of exercises based on the poem also. So that this much for this poem, we have discussed only this much for this poem also. Now today we are going to enter into the another lessons in the grammar section also. Okay students, now we are going to discuss the next lesson. Today's new lesson. Today's lesson is grammar. The grammar topics is concord. Do you know what do you mean by concord? It means subject-verb agreement is called concord. Subject-verb agreement. There should be agrees between the subject and verb. That is the topics. That is our today's topics. Now in our rest time, we will discuss about it. What is called subject-verb agreement? Do you know what is called subject-verb agreements? I have just told you also. The relationship between the subject and verb is called subject-verb agreement. The relationship between the subject and verb is called subject-verb agreement. The verb must agree with its subject in number and person. The verb must agree with its subject, or subject must agree with its verbs in number and person. It means if the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. Likewise, if the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. Its short formula is subject singular SS is equal to SB singular verb, SP subject plural is equal to VP verb plural. That is the subject verb agreement. If the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. If the subject is plural, verb must be plural. That is the subject verb agreement. That is the main rule of subject verb agreement. Okay students, so that first of all I am going to discuss about what may be the singular and plural subject. What are the singular and plural subject? Likewise, what are the singular and plural verb? First of all, we should find out, we should know about it. Otherwise, we cannot agree between subject verb. Before it, in a sentence, generally, where is the subject and verb? First, I am going to discuss about it. In a sentence, in sentences, Normally, where is the subject and verb? You know that in English structure, subject, verb and object. SVO is English structure. Normally, English structure is we must say subject, verb, object. It means the subject lies at the initial position of the sentence. We know that. Okay, first, let's take some sentences as an examples. I'm going to tell you, listen carefully. By listening, you must understand what is the subject, what is verb, how to agree between the subject verb. Everything you must know by listening. A dog is a faithful animal. A dog is a faithful animal. In this sentence, which is subject, which is verb? You write at your copy. Boys play football. Boys play football. Subject, verb. Which is subject, which is verb? I think you have written. A dog is a subject and is a verb. A dog is a faithful animal. In this sentence, a dog is a singular subject and is also singular verb. Likewise, boys, it is a subject and play is a verb. There is also good agreements between subject and verb. Boys, it is plural subject, play is plural verb. It means in the initial position of the sentence, we normally get subject. In the initial position, we normally get subject. Subject of the sentence is a word. Subject of the sentence is a word or group of words that says who or what does something. Listen carefully. Sentence is a word or group of words that may be a word also, single word, or group of words that comes as a subject that says who or what does something in a sentence. It is a doer words. It works, subject works in sentence. It works in sentence. After subject, normally we get verb. After subject, we are going to discuss about the verb. After the subject, we normally get the verb. It may be main verb or auxiliary verb. The verb are main verb or auxiliary verb. That is two categories of the verb. We must understand about this verb also. The verb is a describing word. It tells what subject do. Verb is a describing word. It tells what subject do. The boys play football. In the sentence, the boys play the football. The boys plays. What do boys do? The boys play football. So that we must tell the verb tells what subject do in a sentence. That is a verb. Okay, student, you have understand what is subject, what is verb, what is their position in a sentence. You have known, you have understood about it. Now discuss what are the singular and plural verb. What are the singular and plural verb? First of all, we discuss about the subject. In a subject, there are noun and pronouns. In the case of pronoun, what are the singular pronouns and what are the plural pronouns? In the case of pronoun, what are the singular pronouns and what are the plural pronouns? The singular pronouns are, students, note it, singular pronouns are I, first person, he, she, it, third person, singular, this, that. These are the singular pronouns. Note down. Singular means singular is equal to I, he, she, it, this and that. Now plural pronouns is equal to we, you, they, these, those. These are the plural pronoun. We, first person plural, you, second person. It is used as a singular and plural both, but we must with the you most of the plural verb takes, so that it is I keep you in plural. You, they, third person plural, these and those. These are the plural pronouns. Okay, we don't have a lot of time also to discuss about it, but I am going to tell these. In the case of nouns, what are the singular and what are the plurals? The naming word that describe one that is singular. The naming word that describes one that is singular. The naming word that describe more than one is plural. The naming word that describes more than one is plural. Okay, I am going to give the example. Ram and Sita. There are two persons, so that it is plural subject. If we use as a together Ram and Sita, it is used as a plural subject. Ram, only Ram, the singular, only Sita is singular. Cat, it is singular. It refers one thing, only one cat or cat. Cats, it is plural. There is more than cats. Only one is singular. We must listen. Only one. If the words or nouns refers only one, that is singular. More than one is plural. Generally, by adding s or es, we can make noun into plurals. Box, book, couch, days. It is singular. If you add s or es, it makes plural. Books, boxes, cows, and days are the plural. Okay, student, we discuss about these things, about the noun and pronoun, what are the plural, singular, and also verb, what verbs are called singular and plurals. But we discussing about the verbs, some things are raised. In my next class I will discuss, I will continue it. Be listen carefully, and we discuss about the verb also in our lessons. And in this class we discuss about the poem shortly. I revise this poem, and after that I can give only the introduction of the subject verb agreements. Only this much for today's class. Okay, student, you listen and do practice at your home. And you must, if you cannot understand anything, you can contact or you can comment in the FM page, the Itahari FM 92.5 mhz Facebook page. You keep the comment or questions under the video, and I will, in my next class, I will give your answers. I will solve your problems. Okay, students. Also, my friends technician has raised the hands that our program's time is going to be over. We don't have a lot of times. Our time is going to be over. In these classes, we could discuss only this much for today's about the subject matter. Other rest subject matter will be discussed in our next classes. Thank you for my students and other listeners too. I would like to say goodbye for these classes by saying thanks to the technician Robin Raut. Thank you.
अहिले तपाईं इटहरी एफएम 92.5 मेगाहर्ज सुन्दै हुनुहुन्छ।
नि के खालको बत्ती ल्याइछे तैले? तिहारको बत्ती जस्तो जिपिक जिपिक बाहेक केही गर्दैन त?
अब कृष्ण दाइले त्यही दिनुभयो त्यही ल्याए।
यत्तेरिका तँलाई मैले 80% विद्युत बचत गर्ने 2 वर्ष ग्यारेन्टी भएको घाम जस्तै उज्यालो दिने वेगा ब्रान्डको एलईडी बल्बले भने हैन?
ए ल ल म हिँडे, अब यो फिता दिन्छु अनि वेगा ब्रान्डको एलईडी लिएर आउँछु।
ल ल ल ल छिटो जा छिटो जा।
वेगा ब्रान्डका एलईडी बल्ब बजारमा सर्वत्र उपलब्ध छ।
डिलरको लागि सम्पर्क